Hello, thanks for joining. I'm going to play through some little pieces here that have been composed recently this month on the Creative Classical Guitarist by members. This is sort of like a member run challenge here. It's been fantastic to see. It's called Chordanuary, where we compose a short excerpt of music based on a specific prompt. So we've got, I think I've got 4 collections here to look at of what we've done so far. So you can see here, this is Trisha's work, and Trisha is sort of the one who started this challenge. And so we've got just, since the start of January, this is what Trisha has done. And so quite a number of members have been very productive this month. And the prompts are really fascinating because they kind of, they kind of persuade you to write in a certain way or to use a certain, musical or harmonic device, such as primary chords in minor. We have chord substitutions, use dominant and diminished sevenths and so on. So I'll discuss these as we go, but I just want to play them and just briefly discuss these. And welcome to any CCG members who are watching right now. So this is Trisha's prompt number 1. So she's using primary chords here. So the primary chords are 1, 4, and 5. So in the key of C, we have C, F, and G. So you see there's a C chord there, F chord there, G chord there, C chord there. Played a wrong note there, but hopefully that gives you an idea. So lovely, charming, kind of a waltz feel there. And then we arpeggiate it. Okay, there we go. By the way, if you're not so into composing, this is a really great sight reading exercise as well. This time we do the primary chords, 1, 4, 5 in minor. So here are the A minor primary chords, which will be A, B, C, D, and E. A minor, D minor, and E. Okay, beautiful. Prompt number 3, substitutions. So chord substitutions are basically where you use chords that have several notes in common with each other. So it gives you an opportunity to try different chords, so you get kind of a different flavor of the same harmony. So let's have a listen to this one. Beautiful, gorgeous harmonies there. So we get this 7 diminished here, substituting for what we would normally have as a 5 chord. So we get the 5 chord, E7, and then diminished. See how there's only one semitone difference. That's your E7. It's a little bit more easygoing, and then there's your diminished chord, just a bit more intensity to it. And then here we have a substitute 6 for the 4 chord. So instead of D minor, like that, Trisha's gone to an F chord, and then that goes to E7. And we get quite a lot. Trisha's done a really nice job here incorporating substitutions. Half diminished 7th there. Beautiful color. C, D minor, but with the E on top. It's a beautiful touch. And then another diminished chord to substitute for the dominant. And then A minor. Gorgeous, gorgeous writing. Next one, dominant and diminished sevenths. Okay, so this is using dominant chords and diminished seventh chords. So here we go. Gorgeous! Wow, that's a very interesting harmonic sort of progression that Trisha's created there. Quite chromatic at times. Very, very beautiful writing. Next one, sus2 and sus4. Suspended two sus2 chords and sus4 chords meaning if let's say we have a D chord, we take our second note above D, which is E, and we use that. Or we take our fourth note above D, which is G, we use that. Very, very common type of chord. But has a beautiful effect, has dissonance, creates some tension and some resolution if you choose to resolve it. So here is prompt number 5. Gorgeous, beautiful. Wow, that's got a bit of a nostalgic kind of feel to it. Even though it's in D major, it's kind of got a bit of a tinge of sadness about it. I think in part created by the sus2s and sus4s, and also the B minor chords coming in. Beautiful. Okay, prompt number 6, I've got to tune down to D here. Modulate to a nearby key using a secondary seventh. Alright, so what's Trisha done here? Let's see, D minor. So we're in D minor, and it looks like she modulates right at the end to the key of F, a nearby key, using a secondary seventh, which is looks like the G7, which goes to C7, which goes to F. Okay, let's have a listen. Let me try that again. Oh, that's just gorgeous writing. Wow. Beautiful writing. Trisha does have a bit of a gift with melodies, and this is a real showcase of that. What a gorgeous melody. I hope that one I hope all of them turn into longer pieces. They're nice as they are too, actually. Just these are like little miniatures, you could say. Okay. That was gorgeous. Next one, imperfect and plagal cadence. Imperfect and plagal. So imperfect cadence is the opposite of a perfect cadence. A perfect cadence is 1/5. Imperfect is, wrong way around. Perfect cadence is 5/1. Imperfect cadence is 1/5, so ending on the 5, and a plagal cadence, sometimes called the Amen cadence, is 4/1. So, or I guess an imperfect cadence could be, cadencing on the 5 chord. It looks like that's what we have here 2 to 5. So that would be an imperfect cadence. Anything to 5. Okay. Beautiful. There we go. So the first one, imperfect cadence. That's our imperfect 2-5, and then our plagal. Yeah. All right. Number excuse me. Number 8. Cadential 6/4. Cadential 6/4 is the name kind of tells us a little bit about it. The cadential, meaning it will occur at the end of a phrase, section or piece. And 6/4 is because we get our 1 chord, our tonic chord in second inversion, in figured bass, that's 6/4. And then we go to the 5 chord in root position. Then we go to the 1 chord. And essentially, I'll just play that bit for you. We get... It's very common to see that at the end of a phrase. It does punctuate the end of a phrase really well. So here we go, cadential 6/4. It's gorgeous. That's really nice. That's a little bit baroque sounding to me. It's a very elegant example there. Beautiful. Number 9, creativity choice. So we've got this on CCG. We've got this sort of chart where you can choose from different. You can kind of pick and choose different, terms and words and things to kind of get your creativity juices going. So Trisha chose style, flamenco style, and tremolo and strumming for the technique. What have I put myself into here? So I'm sight reading this, so that's okay. So wish me luck. Okay, I'm just going to quickly scan through. Okay, just a little tip when you're sight reading, you want to just try to see like what sort of chord shapes you've got going on, right? Just chunk as much as you can, group things into chords. If you can find the chords, especially in bits like that, then you should be going okay. All right, so here we go. Oh, no, here we go. Okay. Hope I did that justice. Beautiful example, beautiful, fantastic. We don't see this combination too much, I don't think, in classical guitar playing. Strumming and tremolo, very common in flamenco, I think. Gorgeous, beautiful. Wow, this is pretty incredible what one person has done. The range and diversity and variety. Number 10, rule of the octave. Sidebar there. Rule of the octave. So the rule of the octave is basically a chord progression that's built on the scale, but it's different. It's not just where you put a triad on each note, but there's actually a set chord on each note of the scale, which basically adheres to the laws, the rules of harmony. So what that means is you can just use these chords, and you can sort of be rest assured that the chords will work and will not, won't sound awkward or anything like that. So here we go. I'm just scanning through quickly. All right. go. So it helps if you're sight reading this. It does help if you know the rule of the octave already, because then you know the chord shapes. That's what sort of enables me to sight read something like that. And when I know, especially when I know that it's based on the rule of the octave. So beautiful, beautiful writing. Gee, this is incredible. Okay, oh, now this one. That's a scary one for sight reading. My goodness, do I even attempt it? I'll attempt it, but don't judge me too much if I fail. Yeah, so chords in high positions in the key of D flat major, I think. That was okay. I was on the edge of my seat, but there we go. Beautiful, beautiful work. So those are Trish's prompts there. So we've got 11 of them. Are we at the 11th of January? 12th of January, so we'll probably see some more coming. They just come in, day by day. It's really fun to see. So we've heard Trish's examples. Hello, Eli and Kiem. I just saw your comments now. Thanks for joining. Okay, so since I saw Eli's name there, maybe we'll go to Eli's next. And Kiem, I did see at least one of your prompts, and I'm also recording some of these now. You might have seen I just recorded Jamal's. One of Jamal's prompts recently on my YouTube channel. So I think these are great. Like, I don't think the original intention was necessarily to create pieces out of these prompts. It was more like an exercise, but lo and behold, the CCG members just, I guess that little seed. Once you plant that idea, it just leads you to create more and more music. So let's go through Eli's now. Eli's are quite lengthy. I don't know if I'll be comfortable reading through all of them. Let's see how we go. So major key primary chords only. So remember 1, 4, 5. Sorry. That's a very fun one. I hope that'll turn into maybe a longer thing. I want to play more. That's a lot of fun. Minor key primary chords in A minor. Gorgeous. I love how, with a lot of these, you might notice that, once you have your initial idea, it's quite easy to just continue that idea, that motive, and just run with it. And that's what we've seen, I think, with most of these, is there's this initial idea, not just the harmonic, whatever the prompt is, but like maybe a rhythm or a texture or a mood that's carried on through the whole excerpt. Chord substitutions. Okay, chord substitutions. Wow. I love this too, that with these with the scores you can see the behind the scenes process of things. So all right, I'll give it a go. Here we go. That wasn't right. What am I doing there? Fifth? There we go. I went to the fourth fret. Apologies, Eli, and anyone watching. I'll play from. Let's do that last line again. Yeah, that sounds a bit better. All right, that's gorgeous writing. That to me sounds very impressionistic. It's interesting because this first chord, we're in the key of G, but we don't really know exactly what key we're in the first bar, because it could be very easily B minor, but there's our C chord, the 4 chord. And then there's our D chord. This time we get B minor, substituting the G chord. That's one of the beautiful things about chord substitutions, is that if you do repeat a melody, so it's basically the same melody here, or at least very similar to the beginning, you can use chord substitutions as a way to give new life, to breathe new life into the same melody, to hear it with a different inflection. So absolutely gorgeous example. Number 4, dominant and diminished sevenths. Okay, so we're in the key of E minor. Wow, look at this. That's pretty much a complete piece there. So look out for these dominant sevenths and diminished sevenths. They should have a bit, especially the diminished sevenths, and we even get a special augmented 6th chord. They'll have a bit of spice about them. That's awesome. That's so fun. Fantastic. So yeah, I hope you heard that, especially the diminished 7th chords really had a lot of punch to things there. Beautiful, right? That's just awesome writing. sus4 and sus2 next. Well, how's that look, huh? Do I dare sight read this one? I'm noticing this repeating rhythm. If I can get this rhythm, then I'll be okay. very fascinating, very interesting writing. That opening motive is quite modern sounding, and then shifting it around to so that we're sort of staying in the key, but it really feels like the sense of key, the sense of tonality is quite unstable, but in a really exciting and interesting way. That's very, very fascinating writing. Beautiful. Okay. Excuse me. Next one, modulate to a nearby key using secondary dominance. Okay, so we're starting in B minor. We go to E minor via the dominant of E minor, B7. And then we're going back to B minor. We're going modulate to G, back to E minor. Basically, there's a there's a lot of modulations. So as I'm playing, maybe try to listen out for these key changes here, and the sort of effect that has on the music. Oh no, here we go. Just gorgeous writing. Love that opening motive, which just, again, it sort of keeps developing, keeps repeating throughout and changing. Beautiful high position chords there. That's just gorgeous writing. Okay, imperfect and plagal. I'm just aware of time. Imperfect and plagal cadences. So imperfect, cadencing on 5. And a plagal cadence is 4-1 cadence. Amen. Okay. Gorgeous writing again. Oh, wow. Beautiful, beautiful. So the cadences, this is a very interesting use. A cadence can be, just Or it can be something a bit more elaborate, like what Eli has here. It's beautiful, like little solo passage in the middle, in between. Yeah, in between the two chords, and the inversions of them. You know, we start on this glorious, and we resolve down. That's beautiful. Cadential 6/4. I know this is one of Eli's favorites, so he's probably had a lot of fun with this one. Oh boy, I don't know if I'd be comfortable sight reading that, so I might just continue. And I don't know if I'd be so comfortable sight reading this either. Yeah, nah, sorry. Okay, this one, rule of the octave. Okay, I think this one I'll be okay with. Rule of the octave in C sharp minor. Let's try again. How do I do that? Sometimes it's just a miracle that, you know, the notes happen. Okay. And he's thrown in a French augmented sixth chord. That was apologies about that. That was definitely didn't do that one justice. So hopefully it gave you an idea though. I do hear the chords of the rule of the octave there. Gorgeous writing. I love the key, C sharp minor. Okay, and then chords in high position. I'm not going to try Eli's one there. And then two tonicizations. I might skip that also. I think we've heard a good portion. Wow, this is just... Oh, look, it's gone 13. I think he's ahead. Lydian and Dorian modes in some like F sharp major. There we go. So there are some of Eli's prompts. Fantastic work. Next, I'll do some of Colleen's quadrannary. Okay, so we're going right back. I think she's only done some here and there. So some members have done, I think, all of them so far, and some have just, you know, been able to pick and choose a few. So, I mean, even if you do a few, you can see that it's still pages of music. So fantastic, you know, and it at least could form some seeds for ideas that could grow later on. Primary chords in major, A major. Beautiful progression. Gee, that's just about a, you know, like a outline of a great piece right there. Beautiful. Primary chords in minor, 1, 4, 5, A minor, D minor, and E. Well, it looks like Colleen's used, I think, chord substitutions for the D minor. Okay, so here we go. Beautiful. I like the suspensions too, and the minor 7 chords, adding a nice flavor to the progression. Chords in high positions. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. I really like that drop. All of a sudden we're up, we're up high, and then all of a sudden, and that's kind of like a B augmented chord there, and then we stay. Yeah, it's gorgeous writing. Substitutions. So we have here F sharp minor substituting the A, C sharp minor substituting the E, F sharp minor substituting the A again there. Okay, so here we go. And cadential 6/4. Hang on, have I? I feel like, I think Colleen might have combined some prompts here, so I'll keep playing. I know we've changed key. Okay, so maybe cadential 6/4. We're getting Italian augmented sixths here a lot, so this might be the prompt for augmented sixth chords. Let's have a listen. Beautiful. Movable chord shapes. So once you find the first chord shape, imagine we just go movable, and then we're going to move this one. Beautiful. And then this should be movable. How do I move that one? That's a really challenging thing to do, to create cohesive music like this using movable chord shapes. And Colleen's done a fantastic job, and it's probably, it would encourage you, it would persuade you to do things that you might not normally do when you compose. That's gorgeous. Yeah. And then a short composition composed from 2 prompts. I think I should be moving those around, but Fantastic. Wow. So Colleen's combined different prompts, 2 different prompts. I think it's 3. Movable chords, and then this one, I can't remember which one that one was, and then the high position chords here, and then back to the movable chords. Absolutely beautiful work. There we go. So we've looked at Trisha's, Eli's, Colleen's, and let's have a quick look at one more collection. I just have to find it here. Chordanuary. Where is it gone? There it is. Aaron. All right. So let's see here. Aaron has done quite a lot here. Okay. Primary chords. So I think these Aaron has used, I think it's popular in the UK, instead of figured bass, B would be first inversion, C would be second inversion, D would be third inversion, I think, for the inversions there. So this looks like an exciting arpeggio texture for the primary chords in C major. I probably took that a bit fast, but that's yeah, really nice writing there. Primary chords in minor, in any minor key. Experimented starting on a chord other than the tonic. Interesting. So we're in C minor, but Aaron has decided to start on a 4 chord. Beautiful. Beautiful writing. That's a really nice idea, to try and start on a chord other than the 1 chord. It creates a lot of tension at the beginning, and then when the melody comes in on the 1 chord, there's a nice sense of arrival. Chord substitutions. So we have the 2 substituting for the 4, the 7 for the 5. If you want a quick way to remember what chords substitute what chords, think of odd and even chords. So 2, 4, 6 tend to substitute well. 1, 3, 5, 7, especially 5 and 7, substitute really well with each other. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Dominant and or diminished sevenths. This, I might skip that one. Just I don't feel super comfortable sight reading it. sus4 and sus2. This one looks nice. All right. This looks. I think I can read through this one. All right. Let's have a listen. So remember sus2. Oh, sorry, sus4. D major seems to be good for because Trisha did D major too. sus2, when you add the second above the root note of the chord. So let's see how this one sounds. Gorgeous writing, my goodness. Yeah. Fantastic. Modulate to a nearby key using secondary dominance. So we're going to see quite a few modulations here, I think. Beautiful writing there too, very delicate, that opening motive and all the very interesting key changes there. Fantastic. I might only have time for one more, so let's see. What's that? Roll the octaves a bit long, so maybe I'll do cadential 6/4. Okay. Okay. Wow. Whoa. Fantastic. Very dramatic sort of motive there with the long rhythm and then the quick rhythm. Kind of creates this majestic sort of character. So there we go. I think as much as I could sight read, and I apologize to the composers for any wrong notes and rhythms that I played. But what a treat! What so much versatility in the writing, and it's just been a wonderful experience to see these come through every day from different members, and so we're going to keep exploring more of these. If you'd like to join us on CCG, come on board, and there's 2 weeks, 14 days free if you're not a member. If you are a member and you're watching, give it a go. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't have to be super fancy, even just 4 bars, just to explore these ideas. Or you can always go ahead and sight read some of these great sight reading material as well. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.